So Torchlight Infinite is finally releasing its third closed beta test on September 5th. By the time of you guys watching this video, it should already be released to players who ever signed up for it. But today, I want to be able to craft this guide to teach everyone or anyone who is new to Torchlight Infinite and inform them on what to expect before playing the closed beta test. So let's talk about the story so far. So Torchlight Infinite picks up 200 years from where Torchlight 2 left off, in a complete era where Ember technology is imbued throughout the world. There are some locations you will notice as veterans of the franchise and as the corruption of Ember begins to take hold. Most of your beginning hours into Torchlight Infinite, you will be following heavy into the bright color world of Torchlight Infinite. You will be helping the Crows fight back the current war that they are in, and the closed beta holds many more events players can do later on. Next thing I do want to talk about is the true loot-based ARPG. Now, what exactly does that mean? Basically, it includes complete randomness and the customization that you can find out any loot and level random during the entire time you're playing. So there's an abundance of loot and it's very easy to level up your character, the skills, and you can come across more diverse configurations of your skills, your talents, your equipment, and of course as your hero selection and so on. But please take note that this game can be quite overwhelming when it comes to that said loot, especially when you are a bit early on, so definitely be prepared to fill your backpack pretty quickly, and note it won't be too bad since there are certain loots that will only be able to maximize whatever your build that you're working on. So it is kind of daunting to see at first about like how much loot you're receiving, especially after you like do a bunch of missions and you finally check your bag and it's full and you're trying to see what works with what. So my choice of figuring out what to do is figure out the build that you're looking for. Granted, it's hard to figure out what build you're looking for since it's early on in the game. So just take a quick look at your hero's talents and see what they excel at and see what you want to work around. So if you're playing as Commander Moto, he focuses on minions. So you can have all of your damage only be through the minions and not through Commander Moto since he barely attacks. And as well as if you want to use somebody like Gamma, she uses fire and ice, so you can upgrade some of your skills towards the elemental damages and so on and so forth. So you will notice that these loot or these items basically help enhance that, so I would definitely choose from there on. Next thing I want to talk about is the graphics, which is another major part of the Torchlight Infinite since it's using Unreal Engine 4 with a much more younger cartoon style art, in which it inherits the original cartoon style and innovative integration of street graffiti, pop, and other young trend elements. And it definitely looks amazing. The world is very vibrant, it is very beautiful, and it definitely is easy on the eyes. It's like it's not too much of color where it can hurt. It looks good on PC and it damn sure looks good on mobile. There is also free trade barter and exchanges. So there are auction houses that you can do to be able to trade almost all of the loot you find, including money itself or the currency that is inside the game. Not actual money, so don't worry about. There are a wide variety of currencies and unrestricted pricing freedom. And there are, like I said, trading houses or auctions that are not taxable and they are not linked to any fees that is in the game. So you can trade and do as much as you please without a care in the world. Now switching back to the actual gameplay, I wanted to talk about the stamina and everything else you can do in the game. So keep in mind, everything you do, you don't have to worry about no stamina bars, there's no stuck time point of daily tasks. All the in-game output can be earned through hard work, and there is no limit to what you can and cannot do. As long as there is time, you can always strive to upgrade and the game will not force you to do any daily tasks, which is actually quite different compared to most mobile games that are heavily toward where like, oh, you have to do a daily task to get X, Y, and Z, or to gain this particular currency in the game to be able to upgrade something, anything like, no. You log into the game, you play the game as you please, you log out, call it a day. Say if you're out and about and you want to play on mobile, vice versa. You don't have to worry about it, you can go from there. That's one of the major things I like about that. There is no stamina requirement, so you don't have to worry about, oh, I can only do this particular action 50 times, or as most mobile games where there is a stamina, you gotta sit there and pay money to it to increase your stamina. You see it in a lot of other mobile games, but this game, don't even worry about it. And of course, there are seasons in the game, so it will be continuously updated. There is a season system which continues new things to play. Everyone that has a new starter or service of the season, and all of your old stuff will be merged into the permanent season, and you will always retain your data. Now, of course, I know people all want to know this. This is the major thing I want anybody to know. That Torchlight Infinite, yes, I said it already, but I'm going to say it again just in case anybody forgot. Torchlight Infinite is supporting PC and mobile. Fresh from the gate. This was not a mobile game turned PC. This isn't a PC game turned mobile. No, this game had PC and mobile in mind from the get-go, and it works perfectly well. Like I said, I have an entire playlist of me being able to play the closed beta test on mobile, and it works perfectly fine. And then when the closed beta test 3 finally releases, I can actually see what it's like playing on PC, but I'm gonna take a guess that it's gonna be amazing. So a couple other things I'm gonna take note of. Hero ranking, so which this is basically an option which basically allows you to choose the right gear or skills to help you perform better. It's completely just a ranking system. What's the best class and abilities that performs the best for the build? Which these hero ranking is mainly affected by the people that will be in your server and what they choose to see, like, oh, this skill works all the time, and you will see who chose what, so it'll give you a percentage like, oh, 2.5% people have chosen this particular skill for this build, and you can see how you want to build and craft from there. To go along with the hero ranking skills, we have the talent trees, which are probably one of the most massive talent trees I've seen in a long time. Reminds me of how clustered Path of Exile probably is, but not too much to the fullest extent, but close enough. So there is many ways to deck your class out and make an awesome build, which is pretty amazing, including the introduction of a major talent node and skill trees, which contains 5 main skills, 3 passive skills, and you can further upgrade your main skills with added support skills. And as well as there are these pact spirits, which grant you passive bonuses, which you can change based on the 3 pact spirits you choose from, which of course by the time you get to there, it basically helps you sort of slowly into the incorporation of what you're able to do with the skills you currently have. Let's talk about the shop, which is basically the skill shop. So this basically allows you to buy different skills for your build using in-game currency, which honestly stops Torchlight from being a pay-to-win model and focuses on everything you could do in your grind for loot and such. And we have the progression routes, which throughout your journey in Torchlight Infinite, you will have to level up 2 different paths. The path of achievements, which marks any achievements you accomplish in the game, and the path of progressions, which is a tree that rewards you based on your progression with your class. Now, my final thoughts. Torchlight Infinite is by far one of the best ARPGs to come out on both PC and mobile. And after this last closed beta test and the open beta test that is releasing in a month or so, my takeaway is I want you guys to have as much fun as you can, and please enjoy a fresh new ARPG experience and be able to truly have fun without worrying about any strange monetization problems most games that come out with will have. Endless ways to use your favorite class and customize them with a wide variety of skills. I will be joining the closed beta test, and I hope to see you guys there. I do have an entire playlist of Torchlight Infinite content. If you want to check out the previous closed beta tests and dev vlogs, you can watch them on the card at the end of the video. And as always, it's been your host, KSTTV, here at Chaotic Inc., signing out. Peace.
Make a manifest. I don't sleep, that's so weak, don't plan to rest. I'm from a hood where you die if you don't pack a vest. No culinary degrees, but whipping crack the best. Chefing, hard times taught lessons. Praying every night to pull up in park Benzes. What's my home is what you call trenches. You wouldn't last a day seeing life through all lenses. It's all tension, no sun, and rain and plenty. Full-time job, still can never make a penny.